Everyone, and welcome to this new OSINT challenge brought to us again by Sofia Santos. It's her last challenge and we'll do it together. So it's a challenge I was actually very happy to manage to do it, because when I first saw what were the questions, first question is uncover what the person in front of me was reading. I zoomed in the image a little bit and I first thought, how am I going to do that? How is it even possible? And then I saw that this Rainbolt guy who does a lot of geolocation stuff on YouTube had failed this challenge. And so I thought, whoa, this is going to be probably a tough one. I'm not sure I'm going to manage to do it. And eventually I did, so I was very happy. And it was very nice, very cool challenge to do. So let's start. As usual, if you want to try it, don't hesitate to pause the video right now, and I will put the link to Sofia's blog in the description so that you can take on the challenge. Otherwise, let's go. I was saying we have 3 questions regarding this picture. First question, uncover what the person in front of me was reading. Second question, identify the train model. And third question, identify my seat number. So as usual, we will display the photo in large so that we can see it better, and try to describe every little detail that we can see in the picture. So what do we see? We are obviously on the train. Sofia is sat down behind a person that is reading Kindle type of device. The seats are dark gray color, and we have a QR code here with some instructions in a red background. We are on nighttime, or maybe under a tunnel. We have some people here that look to be sat on the opposite side, like if they were facing me. So that's an interesting detail to think about. We have a telephone right here. We have the tablet. We should pay attention to the shape of the seat. We have some luggages, so we can assume that we are not in a very, very short, like city transportation type of train. We can see that the seat cushions are of red color. So the back of the seat dark gray and the seats red. We can see that we have 2 seats in line right here, and probably 2 other seats, but we don't know that, on the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have to describe this picture. So let's go back to the challenge and to the instructions, because we have some very interesting contextual clues here. Sofia said, so I took the photo below whilst riding a train in the UK. I always prefer quiet areas where no one can sit behind me, because in public space, no information is truly private. This is very true. So what do we have here? We are in the UK. No one is sitting behind, and it's a quiet area. So let's move on with that. First question, uncover what the person in front of me was reading. So like I said at first, I was like, I cannot possibly read that. And then I found out that the text looked reversed. And that's because taking a picture of a window have a mirror effect. So what I did was I downloaded the picture, and what I did, I flipped the picture horizontally so that I could avoid this mirror effect. And there it looks like we have words, even though they're a bit hard to read, but we can read some of them. She has the, here I think it's William's cousin. I don't think I know because I've done it, but I'm telling you, it's William Cousins. Here I wasn't sure whether it was James, because I cannot see a capital letter J, so wasn't sure it was a name. Gloves, and with some contextual thinking, I guessed that it was leather gloves. Here it's soon better days, and here it's some form of long word that I cannot decipher right now. All right, I searched for some of the text that we see on the Kindle type of device, and I searched for "from William's cousin." So I did the search for an exact expression, which means the exact word in that exact order. And I searched into books, and there I read "from William's cousin James." So I thought maybe that's it, because I thought maybe I had read James. And so the "from William's cousin" is at the very start of this page. And what can we read here? Leather gloves, seen better days. Whistle is another word I didn't tell, but that's another word I had seen. She has the, so it was right before William's cousin's James. And that longer word that I wasn't sure about, portmanteau. So that book is called The Fair Botanists, from Sarah Sheridan, 2021. All right, I think we have answered the first question. Let's do the second one. Identify the train model. So I searched for UK train site on Google Image and looked for red cushions seat. So there is one here. There is one picture here, but that doesn't look like it because there is no, this blue stuff is not on our picture. There is one here also. This look closer, a bit more modern, a bit more comfortable, a bit more long-term type of travel than some other pictures that we have here. So I actually started with this Business Insider article. And so it's an article wrote by a woman who went on the 33-hour train journey through UK and Europe. And so she's mentioning different types of trains. And among them, this one, which is the route from Edinburgh to London. And we can see that our seat looks quite similar, the back of the seat, except for these messages right here, these instructions that are stuck on the back. They're actually quite different, and that's why I adopted a little bit. But otherwise, it looks very similar. And so this train from Edinburgh to London is called an Azuma train. That's the type of train. As I wasn't really sure, I went and searched for types of train UK on Google and landed on that website. Now your train, what does my train look like? So this is actually listing all the trains that possibly exist in the UK. I went through pretty much all of them. Some of them, the pictures are just on the outside of the train, so I had to look further just to make sure that I didn't find any other train interior that looked like our picture, and there was not. So I sticked with Azuma train because, yeah, looking at it again, when you look at the shape of the back of the seat is really the same, and it's the same dark gray color, and it's the same red cushions. I also clicked on this link right here, seat 61, and yeah, we can find this Azuma train and the type of seats they have, and another indication which could be useful for the third and last question is that the first class seats do not look like the same. The red is totally different, and yeah, not the same color. So standard class seats would be the way to go. So Azuma train it is. Then the last question, identify my seat number. So I figured obviously it had to do with her position in the train, and I remind you that she mentioned that she always prefer a quiet area where no one can sit behind. So yeah, these are one or two clues, interesting clues. And going back to that page, I had noticed that there was this sentence: you'll find seating plans for key British trains on the seat numbering plans page. And there we have the Azuma coach layouts. We have 3 different types of Azuma trains. Some have 5 coaches, some have 9, some have 10 coaches. And well, so first I just looked over it a little bit, reminding me that we're looking for a seat where there's nobody behind. Also very important, we have a window on the right. We probably have one seat next to us, although that's unsure, but that looks like the configuration. And we have somebody that a few rows from Sofia looks like he's sitting on the opposite side. And yeah, just first I just went over it, and there's actually a lot of coaches where we have standard class seats with window glass on the right and nobody behind, just like this one, for example. There were more than one coaches where she could have been seated, so that wasn't close enough. But then I went back right here and started to read the description, and I saw quieter coach, and I remembered I always prefer quiet areas. So I thought she probably didn't randomly mention that. And so what does it says? It says our 9 coach Azuma trains have a quieter coach situated in coach H. Please note there is no quieter coach on Azuma 5 and 10 coach trains, which means that we have to look for the coach H on a 9 coach train. 9 coach, coach M, coach L, coach K, coach J, coach H. There we go. So could it be this one? Well, the 5 and the 6 are first class seats. We've seen that the first class doesn't look like the same as the standard class, but it's in a standard coach, so maybe this is the same. But so we have the window on the right, here we have the luggages, here we have toilets, so it's definitely a quiet coach and there's nobody behind. So that could be a good fit, although there can be some people going to the toilets, and so there can be some people who watch over the computer and look at the information that is not truly private then. This one, on the other hand, has literally nothing behind except for the luggages. This is a limited window view. That could be a limited window view. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not a very strong statement, I agree. But yeah, that could be. We cannot rule it out, at least. And what about this person on the opposite direction? Must be like, what, 3, 4, 5 rows maybe from Sofia's place? And here 1, 2, 3, 4 rows from the 83 is looking at the opposite direction. So this is probably this person right here. Whereas here, the person that is looking on the opposite side, on the opposite direction, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bit further. So all in all, there's nobody behind right here. There's the toilets behind here. This is first class seats. These are standard seats. The person looking on the opposite direction is a bit further right here than it is right here, and looks closer to what we see on the picture. So all in all, I decided that the best answer was probably seat 83. I don't know if there is maybe a way to be more assertive about this and more definitive about this answer. So I checked Sofia's walkthrough, well, first to make sure I had the right answer, and because I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, I have a lot of clues that point me to the 83. But yeah, eventually what is the right answer? But Sofia did find another element, and the best thing is that I let you check her video to see how she did it and how she solved the other questions as well. I hope you liked this challenge. I had a lot of fun. You should try it yourself, and thank you for watching.